Hey, Facebook, how are you? Hey, friends, how are you? I'm not talking to Facebook, I'm talking to you guys. My goodness. Okay, so I wanted to I talk to women all the time, and I had a conversation with a woman last night, uh, who was really asking, one of the main questions that I ask people is, what do you want? It seems like a very simple question. It seems like, well, we all know what we want, right? Like, if I were to ask you, what do you want? Are you really clear on that? Are you clear? And so many times I talk to people and they say, I don't want this and I don't want that. And I get it. A lot of times we start discovering what we want based on experiencing or having what we don't want. So I don't want to be alone. I don't want to work for anyone else. I don't want to feel this way. And it's very important that you actually discover what it is that you want, because we are human beings. We have desires. Desires are not bad. I want more money. I want to live in a healthy body. I want to have children, and I want to get married. I want to start a business. And being able to be clear on what you want is the first step. And I'm dumbfounded by how many people, when I ask that question, they literally can't answer, or they answer in a way that I'm like, okay, so what is it that you actually want? So my job is to look underneath what you're telling me, and then look underneath that, and then look underneath that, so that you can have a breakthrough in seeing possibility. Because the things that we want give us a feeling or an experience or a way of being. So I want money. I want the feeling of safety and security, knowing that if anything were to happen to me or my husband or anyone in my family, we're taken care of. That's a desire that I have, but I'm clear that that's a reason for me. The why for me is much deeper. I don't really care about the money. I care about the feeling of safety and security. I care about the feeling of being taken care of, being safe. That is what I want. And the reason why I say this is because if you don't know what you want clearly, I clearly know I want this, and you don't know why you want it, most likely you're not going to get it. Because we're all energy. Like, we put energy out into the world. And I'm not going to get all lofty and weird and, esoteric, but just from the standpoint of knowing what to do in a day, in a week, in a month, to start to move toward what it is that you want is really, really important. So it's exceptionally important for you to ask yourself what you want. Like, what are the things that you want in your life? And why do you want it? Because guess what? Some of that shit's not easy. It's not going to be easy where I'm sitting for me to make $1 million in my business. It's not going to be easy. However, the fact that it's not going to be easy does not deter me, because I'm committed to my vision. I'm committed to having the experience that money brings. I'm committed to empowering women. I'm committed to it. So it means I come on Facebook Live and worry that people are going to think I'm weird or dumb or don't know what I'm talking about. I do it anyway, because what I want is to have an impact on women's experience of themselves, on their relationship to what's possible, their relationship to what's possible for their lives. When we are living in possibility and creating our lives intentionally, the world will become a better place. It will become a better place. So I have these visions for the work that I get to do. I have these visions for how I want my family. I have these visions for how I want my relationship with my husband. And I just start to walk in that direction. But I have to know why I want what I want. But first, before that, I have to know what I want. Well, what is it that I want? Here's the thing. I know that no one is responsible for my life but me. It took me a really long time to figure that out. A really long time. And there are still times where I go, oh, that's not fair. How many times have you told yourself or someone around you, well, that's not fair? So-and-so has money because XYZ. Whatever. So-and-so has that body because she has the genes. So-and-so has that relationship because she's pretty. It's all bullshit. You're responsible for absolutely everything in your life. And if we operated from that place of responsibility, like cause, not responsibility, fault, blame, but responsibility, cause. I cause my life. And if I cause my life, then I get to look at my life and go, okay, well, what am I causing? And is it in alignment with what I say I want? So had this call with this wonderful woman, and she just couldn't see, she couldn't get outside of how what she wanted was going to happen. How many of you can relate to, like, I want $1 million. How is that going to happen? And so we get so stuck in that, well, how is that even possible? We get so stuck in the analysis of it that we're not open to just taking action to move forward. We're so concerned with the mechanism. It's called the mechanism, the how, the mechanics. There's a bazillion ways you can make $1 bazillion, right? Like, really. And so she was so caught up in, we get so caught up in how is that going to work? How am I going to do that? How? And I, trust me, like, I literally am breaking through the how conversation. Like, I am putting myself into rigorous trainings so that how isn't my limiting factor. So that how is not the thing that stops me from just moving forward. So, you know, being able to discover what it is that you want, and discover that you already have a point of view about what's possible. And so we were having this conversation. I was having this conversation with her, and I said, well, just consider that you've tried what you've tried to get the result in this area of your life. You've tried what you've tried, and it's given you what you have. And if what you have isn't the thing that you want, you have to take new actions. But not only the actions that you have to take, you have to come from I suggest you come from a place of, first of all, possibility and openness. So how open are you to creating results in this area in a way that you've never done before? And it's still, the conversation kept coming back to how. And so this is what we call paralysis by analysis. Like, paralyzed because we're analytical about it. We're analyzing the hows, the what ifs, but I don't have this question answered, and I don't know, right? The hows just take us out of life. Just take action. So it takes something to just, I don't sit over here and go, just take action. I take action because I'm surrounded by people who see me as my vision, see me as what I declare I want in my life, and they hold me to it. We do not do this thing called having breakthroughs in our lives, sitting in our houses, left to our own shitty mindset. It just doesn't work. Ask anyone who has, like, one of my interviews, this was fantastic. One of my interviews with Sherry Clark, she said, and I remember, this is such a great, like, old school tool to use, but she said one of her, and I'm just going to give this away because it's just so good. I was listening to her interview last night, and one of the things that she says is informational interviews. Like, have you ever done an informational interview? Like, actually interviewed someone who's in a relationship that's thriving and in love, in a business that's booming and they're happy, in a body that is one that you would die for. Have you ever actually asked those people, what is it that you do? What's the secret? That is such an old school, legit way of actually figuring out, if you really want to know the hows, go do that. So I am surrounded by people who have accomplished the things that I want to accomplish. They are 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of me. I do what they do. I see results. And when I don't, I pivot, adjust, and course correct. I am committed to my goal, so much so that I put myself in situations, I stretch myself into situations where I have to do things I've never done before to achieve something I've never achieved before. So super simple, but I know what I want. And the deeper layer under knowing what you want is knowing why you want it. Like why is that important to you? If you don't have that, you are going to fail. I'm just going to tell you, if you don't know what you want and you don't know your driver for wanting it, why? And just keep asking yourself. This literally is an exercise I do with my clients. What do you want? Why do you want it? Why is it important? Why do you want that? Why do you want that? And you will get to an emotional response. You will get to an emotional experience. It will evoke something from you, and then you will know that is you on the right track. Our emotions are our guide. Our emotions are a guide. When we're lit up by something, when we're excited by something, that's an indication. Yes, I love that. That makes me feel alive. That makes me feel, it makes me feel my truest self, my best self. I want more of that. Great. What is in the way? It's like weed whacking. It's like, give me the weed whacker. We got to get all the freaking cobwebs and bullshit stories out of your mind in order for the hows are the 10% of it. The intention, the drive, the vision, all of that decides the how. Always be connected to the vision. So with that, just a couple minutes, I just wanted to come in here and really encourage you. Ask yourself what you want. Ask yourself if you're really, really clear on what you want, and allow yourself to dream. And then ask yourself why that's important. You can ask yourself that why do I want that? Fill in the blank. Why do I want that? Do that. That's the exercise. Like that's the exercise to get you clear. So I hope this is helpful. Share this with someone who might need to hear it. Like if they're not clear, I'm stuck. Analysis by paralysis by analysis. This is what they need to hear. All right. I will see you tomorrow for Friday. Is it Thursday? Yes, Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow, and all my love and hugs and awesome to you. Bye.